record. We have a couple of teams joining us today. So there probably will be some more people hopping on, but it's 9 and we have plans for today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. But I have just a few quick announcements that honestly everybody can benefit from here. Just even though we're on different teams. I was going to put together this slideshow about like all the new announcements from Beachbody, but I thought, why? Because like we all need to be in the habit of going into our Coach Online office and checking it for ourselves. So I'm just going to share with you I'm in my Coach Online office. When you go in there and you hover over news and it'll take you to like Coach Breaking News, and they announced a lot of really cool things at leadership this week, so I'm excited. I shared about the Energized packets in our team yesterday, and we like all blew it up. We were so excited. But so they have come out with these Energized packets and a new flavor of Energized called Fruit Punch. I don't need fruit punch. Like I'm happy with my lemon, but I know a lot of people are excited about that. And so these will be good travel packs. So that's really cool. That will launch in February. This next thing that I really am excited about, because I started with 21 Day Fix. That was like my transformation program, and Autumn and the portion containers will always be my jam. She has come up with kind of an updated portion fix system, and I think that honestly it's going to kind of model Ilana's like 2B mindset, because there's a series of like 30 videos. She's going to talk about using the containers, the principles of the plan, all that stuff. So it sounds like she's kind of like piggybacked on what Ilana did with 2B mindset and just created a more educational system for us. That will it says I guess it launches in the spring, and so that'll be something really helpful, I feel like, for us to help our clients, our customers, to really understand nutrition and make that work for them. Shift Shop. If you are going to do Shift Shop, there's a lot, guys. Like there's a lot, and you don't have to be doing all of this. We don't have to be promoting all of this. My personal opinion is you find what works for you and you promote it how you want to do it. I love Shift Shop, but I'm not going to run a Shift Shop group right now, honestly, because Lift 4 is going so well for me and my customers. And so, but I will probably do some of these new workouts. But Shift Shop, if you purchase or sell a challenge pack by tomorrow with Shift Shop, then you actually get to work out live with Chris Downing. So that's some incentive if that moves you. Float your boat. So that's going to be the new Proving Grounds workouts come out later this month. And so it's an awesome program. Like if you are looking for your next program to do, like I encourage you to do Shift Shop, and it brings some people along to do it with you. You will get great results from it. It's a challenge I have to modify because he hurts my knees, but I do love Chris Downing. He is amazing. So that's a good program, and your challengers will love it too. Okay, this is the Make Your Mark Challenge. So this is the Success Club Challenge this month. They have these different, we have the new system of Success Club rewards where you have to hit it consecutively. You hit it month 1, you get a hat. Then if you hit it month 2, or I can't remember how it works, to be honest. You hit it month 2, you get something else, and you hit it month 3, you get a bigger prize. But you have to be hitting Success Club consistently in order to get rewarded. And I love that, because I think that creates stability in your business. It creates momentum, and it incentivizes you to help people every single month, not just to hit Success Club every now and then. But this month they are doing a Make Your Mark. It says make October the Proving Grounds in your business. Obviously, they're playing off of the Proving Grounds Shift Shop, but you have these different markers. So like if you hit Success Club, you get the Success Club reward number 1. If you hit Success Club and you help a coach hit Success Club as well. And so you're just getting rewarded for the more growth that you see in your business. And these are the gifts that you get. So like marker 1 is your regular Success Club program reward. Marker 2 is a water bottle. Marker 3 is a goal board, and 4 is this really cool hoodie. So if you are motivated by prizes, if you are motivated by incentives, then let that motivate you to hit Success Club and help people, all right? The last thing, a couple of things. Coaches can now purchase challenge packs and completion packs as of October. So if you have coaches that you need to go active, and they've been just inactive for a really long time, like I would encourage you to reach out to them and say, hey, chick, you know, like you can do a challenge pack now. We don't get Success Club points for that, but you know, it's the holidays coming up. Like you could reactivate some coaches with a 3-day refresh challenge pack and a challenge group or something like that. Guys, if we're pushing for rank, if you're pushing for some big goals in your business, this could help you reactivate some inactive coaches and keep them going and re-incentivize them. All right. So, and even for us as coaches, like I just renewed my Beachbody On Demand and I was like, crap. This is like a month later. I could have done it with a challenge pack, but I'll get to do that next year and it'll save us some money too. Coach Summit, they are having a flash sale this month, guys. Like I say, every coach should be at Coach Summit. Even if you are not, if you're on the fence, like you don't know what you're doing with this business, like buy your ticket. Go work your business between now and then. Show up. This event, this single event, will change your belief in Beachbody or re-energize you or just kind of like beef up your belief in Beachbody. This company is amazing. They train us so well. Their heart and their mission is pure to the core. And Coach Summit is just an amazing opportunity to be there and to be with our teams too, to get to see people we only see through Zoom. I got to meet Lauren at Summit in the core this last year. We were shopping, and so that was really cool for me. But they are going to have a flash sale. What does it say? The 20th through the 31st. The tickets will be $145. Normally at full price, they're closer to like $300. If you are a new coach and you're pushing for your free ticket for hitting Success Club month 1, month 2, month 3 of your business, go ahead and buy this ticket. They will reimburse you if you hit that goal. Okay. But I think it's just an amazing incentive, $145 for a conference to invest in your business. This is a write-off, like it's a must. We have to be going to these events. And not only that, if you're a diamond coach or below and you hit Success Club in October, November, December, and you're registered for Summit, by the end of this month, they will pay you $200 in travel cash. Guys, like that's amazing. That could cover your plane ticket or a hotel room for one night or something. Like that is, I mean, it's crazy how well they're rewarding us to get to these events. All right. And because they know that when we go, our businesses will grow and we'll learn and we'll be energized. So those are just some coach announcements from the Coach Online office. So go in there, read them yourself, look at the FAQs. That's up to you. For my team, I just really wanted to shout out very quickly. These are the people on my team who are on the leaderboard with Success Club and with Volume. A shout out to Carrie, to Jade, Krista, Anna, and Ashley for already having points on the board. I shouted you guys out yesterday publicly. I'm really proud of you. 3 people this month. That's what our goal is. 3 people with a challenge pack. And remember, Success Club points can come from people who are already our customers, but they haven't ordered in 6 months. They can come from new coaches. They can come from all different sorts of ways. So don't limit yourself and say, I can't do this. Okay. Let's see. Everybody looking into Summit info. I just see it right. I need to look. Okay. All right. $200 travel cash is amazing, like amazing. And then last thing for my team, I wanted to make sure you guys saw this Take Back the Kitchen document. I got this idea from Kelsey Shackley, not even gonna lie, stole her idea, but I made this document and I shared it in our team page, guys. Like Taylor is going to be talking about serving our challengers, creating engaging challenge groups and serving them well. And this is just another step that I felt convicted, honestly, to share and to create for our people who join our groups. And it's just a weeknight meal plan for them with recipes and things like that. And you can definitely take it and make it yours. It's editable. So that is the last thing that I wanted to share. And now I get to introduce Taylor. Taylor and I met, holy goodness, when did we meet? It was like 3 years ago at a diamond retreat. Again, this is why it's so important to get to these events where you get to meet other people and network and just honestly, just really and truly meet the coolest people who are part of this business. And Taylor is one of those people. We met a few years ago at a diamond retreat. She has been a coach for 4 years, same as me. She is a lifetime 2-star. She is Ruby in her second business center, and she is also a team leader. But one of the things that I learned from Taylor, or I don't even know when, where, if it was in a group or something, but she's really committed to her challengers. Like, she has created some great resources to make sure that her challengers are getting results. They're staying on track. They're overcoming strongholds. They're overcoming obstacles that they face in their fitness. And I just asked her to come on here today and to talk to us about how she does that. And she's going to share she's just going to share with us about how she pours into her challengers in her challenge group. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Taylor. Make sure that you're unmuted already. Cool. Okay. All right. Go.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah. Okay. So just a little disclaimer, moved yesterday. So I don't have an office yet. I'm like sitting on my couch. The lighting is like crazy. I don't know what's going on, but here I am. I moved to Miami like 2 months ago, and we were in an apartment that we were not happy with. So we moved in the same building, but just to a different unit. And I'm like trying to get my bearings here. But like Rachel said, my name is Taylor. I actually was getting ready to do this. When she asked me to talk about this, I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, I love my challengers. And then this morning, whenever I sat down to like really think about it, I was actually getting emotional because the past 2 years in my business, I've had a lot of very personal setbacks that have really not allowed me to push for rank like I imagined I would over the last 2 years. And I really have had to do the bare minimum in the business, which is just getting people results consistently and creating lifers out of these people that have invested in me to help them reach their goals. And I'm like, sometimes when I get a paycheck, I'm like, they're paying me in so many more ways than just this money. And I can't believe that I get to do this work and get paid for it. And so I'm just like very grateful for this opportunity to talk about challengers, because we can really get caught up, especially like me. I'm saying we when I mean me. I can get caught up in the rank of everyone else and what everyone else is doing and forget to just look at these people right in front of me that are starting at ground zero and are like, help me. So this is just my favorite part of the business. And as I was, prepping this morning, I actually got a text message from one of my challengers that is just going through some hard things. And she's like, I got all my workouts in this week, but my nutrition has just been off. Like, tell me something good. And I was like, Grace, like, you worked out when most people would have thrown in the towel. So for me, it's just about reminding people like how strong they already are and things they've already overcome, and just really pouring into them where they are individually. So with that being said, I've been a coach for 4 years, almost 4.5 years, and it wasn't really until literally this past May when To Be Mindset launched, and then when they launched Lift 4 right after, that I really found my footing, like, with my challenge groups. It took me this long because for so long I was trying to do what everyone else was doing. I was trying to follow the containers, even though I keep my jewelry in them whenever I travel. Like, I was like trying to like follow this system that just really wasn't speaking to me and like kind of confusing me and like felt like a lot of work. And I was trying to like make these beautiful meal plans like other coaches in our organization do. I was trying to be like them, instead of just being like me and just offering what I have to offer as a coach. And for me, that is that I make good choices with my food. Like, I eat pretty 80-20. I don't necessarily meal plan. Like, I just make sure my house is stocked with good food. So whenever I have to make a choice, a good choice is there. And I just sweat because I can and because I'm able, and I just want people to feel empowered in their bodies. And it doesn't necessarily have to be because they're following this perfect plan. And To Be Mindset really opened that door for me. And then Lift 4 really made me like realize like, okay, I can relax. Like, I do not need to be working out 7 days a week to be a good coach. Like, I can just be a normal human being. I can just be Taylor first and then a coach. And that just really blew the doors open for my opportunity to help more people differently, help old people that I had been trying to help for years and years and years and couldn't speak to them because I wasn't speaking like myself. And now they're like having amazing results. I'm getting messages from people I've been working with for 3 years, and they're like, finally, this is working. Like, finally. It was just this shift with me. I had to realize, like, I'm allowed to be me, and I don't have to be anybody else to make this work. So what I did was I read Girl Wash Your Face, and I read it the first time, and I was like, like I'm vibing, but like there's something else. Like I need something more. And then she came out with her documentary, Made for More. And I was sitting there in the movie theater with my sister, who's a coach with me on my team, and she's 23. And I was like, we're watching this same documentary, and like we're both crying for completely different reasons. Like this is speaking to both of us on such like an intimate level. And so we were like taking notes. And then we went home that night, and my sister, like long story short, lives in my house in Tampa. We were living together, but then my husband got relocated like very quickly, and we moved to Miami. So I left my sister in Tampa. But we were sitting there working, and we were like, let's run a challenge group. Let's do this. So we took some of her ideas from Made to More and Girl Wash Your Face, and we created a prep week out of it. That's it, like just prep week. And so we dove into, like writing a letter to yourself from a place of your persistence. So the very first thing my challengers do on day one is that they have to write a letter to themselves listing every hard thing they've ever been through. That is much harder than working out 30 minutes a day, 4 days a week, and like eating clean 80% of the time. That is step one. And whenever I first introduced this to my old challengers, they were like, are you kidding me? Like, really? Like, you're not just going to like teach us how to use the containers like on day one. So we really just like dove into it. We really went for the emotional side of it, which lines right up with 2B mindset, which is what I'm really like promoting and talking about a lot. And Lift 4, because Rachel Hollis is all about like, just doing your best. We're all just doing our best. So Lift 4 took that pressure of working out 7 days a week off of people, or even 6 days a week off of people. And we really just started to create this document and create this workbook just based around like just doing your best and just realizing how much you've already done to get you where you are now. So I am more than willing to share that prep week document with you guys. Actually, Rachel, I posted it in Rising Stars, but I'll send it to you. And then the other thing that I do with my challengers, and I'm actually going to screen share that group with you. It started on August 20th, and it was like so crazy popular that people started inviting their friends to it, asking if I would do it again. So we're in Project Me. It's called Project Me is the group. We're in round 2 of it right now, and like these girls are just on fire. I did limit it to women. Like normally I like would always talk about, anyone can join my group, but I was like, the only guy that ever does anything with me is my dad. So, I'll just text him privately. And I made this like women only, and any age, moms, we have like early 20s, like all different types of women in there who are just like helping each other and supporting each other. And then the other thing I realized was that what I have to offer as a coach is that I can just like, I love to just empower people with going live, like just going live in there and be like, this is what it seems to be we're struggling with, and just like whatever's on my heart, or if I read something in personal development, whatever it is, or I hear something, just going live on that topic. Or if something happens in my day, just going live and just staying totally transparent with them. And what I have noticed with my customers is that they're texting me and they're like, I'm so glad you're going live so much. It's like we get to talk all the time. So I'm really realizing that my people want that like personal connection with me and like seeing my face and like really having that relationship. I have a culture of like relationship loving people, and that has been what works for me. Maybe you have a culture of people who like need a type A coach that is like, this is what you eat at what time of the day, and this is how you do it. Like maybe that's your jam and that's what you love and that's what speaks to you. So you do you. Like you do not have to then flip everything you're doing to do it like I do it. I'm just like really trying to show you that you can just use your own voice in this, and you don't have to be what anyone else told you had to be in challenge groups, and you don't have to coach people like anybody else is coaching people. And you don't have to do launch groups like Rachel was saying. Every time a new program comes out, if it's not speaking to you, you don't have to launch it. Like you don't have to do anything crazy. So I did not do a Lift 4 launch group. I did Project Me. We focused on 2B mindset, and I was like, hey, there's this program that's only 4 days a week, and you can you can get it early for $10 extra. Do you want to do that? And they'd be like, heck yeah, give me the 4 day a week one. So that's really how I talked about Lift 4, but it wasn't like this whole the way everyone else was kind of launching it, because it wasn't really speaking to me. So I stuck with what was working and just kind of used it how I liked it. Okay, so I'm gonna just screen share with you because there's a lot of layers that ended up coming up. Oh, see, look, she looks like she peed her pants. We talk about that kind of stuff too. There's a lot of stuff that has come up. So this is probably my prep week. Here's another thing that I want to show you is, since I don't meal plan, what I do is just create albums, and hopefully they pull up. Every time I'm eating something, I put it in an album, and then I give them a container breakdown, and I give them To Be Mindset plated in the notes. So if you can see here, like, I broke it down what's in there, and then I broke down the containers, because I do know the containers. I do understand them because they were like all we had for so long. And then I also just show them, like, plated wise, what that actually looks like. So I started to just do this instead because it's what I do and what worked for me. But then I also have an album of other people's meal plans that I stole off of them and put them in a meal plan album. So if I do have challengers that are like, I need this listed out like all day, every day, I need a meal plan, they have it, but I'm not like killing myself trying to create them myself when I'm not using them. I'm asking other coaches for them. I'm just saying, like, hey, anybody have Lift 4 meal plans that I can borrow? And I share like documents and stuff with people all the time. So people are more than willing to give me their meal plans, because, or you can Google, and like every coach puts them on their blog and you can just pull them off of there. Like you don't have to like create so much work for yourself. So how I really keep track of everything is, there's me and my sister. We do every single week. So before this group started, to get in the group, they have to do an initial assessment. Let me actually go to my email. I'm going to pull that up for you guys. So the first thing they do is they create an assessment, or I've created an initial assessment. And Rachel, I may have stolen this from you. I can't remember. But anyways, it's a Google form, and they fill it out, and the Google form shows them exactly what they need to do to get started. So, sorry, I should have had this all pulled up.
I do that, but I thought I got it from you. I swear. I got the midway assessment and the end of the challenge assessment from you.
Okay. So I switched that up a little bit. Midway and end. I do weekly now. Every single week they do an assessment. Every Sunday. So here, let me screen share again. Because I started making it, this is how I keep it interactive. So they do this initial assessment, and I actually created a YouTube video in here that shows them how to get into their bod through their computer, and then I tell them about the app. And then if they're doing To Be Mindset, I have a video that shows them how to access their To Be Mindset. They do get that video from Beachbody, like when they order To Be Mindset, that shows them how to do everything. But I just like them to hear from me. I don't like them to feel like corporate's just sending them everything. I like them to like hear my voice. So in this, they have to tell me everything that they're using, what their starting weight is, how they like take their measurements and whatnot. So they're submitting all of this, how to discover their why, you know, all of these questions. I'll share all of this with you guys. I don't mind sharing any of this. It gets very specific, shows them how to set goals, like setting a 12-week goal and then breaking it down into monthly, weekly, and what they need to be doing daily to reach that goal. So just like we do as coaches, like we want to be 2-star, what does that look like every single day, week, month to get there? Section 3 is just what they can expect from me and what I expect from them. So just laying out those expectations. They're gonna, if they need me, I'm in that group. So they do text me, they do message me privately, but they know if they want the best of me, if they want my live videos, if they want the food, if I'm really not gonna text them about food, they can go in the group and find it all. Like I'm talking about all of it there. And then section 4 is just tools for you. I have different personal development. I actually need to update this. If they struggle with confidence, anxiety, time management, faith, leadership, food, stuff like that. I just put personal development stuff in there for them. But then I'm talking about personal development so much in my challenge groups too, because even whether you're a coach or whatever or whatnot, it works for everyone. Okay, and then what I do is every single week, they fill out this weekly evaluation. And I have a different one for weeks 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. The reason I have them do this is because what I do for my challengers is if they have worked out 4 days a week for the 4 weeks that their group runs consistently, every week I pull a spreadsheet and see who got their 4 workouts in. They have to tell me how many times they worked out. At the end of the 4 weeks, I do a drawing for a girl to win a pair of Nikes. I keep the Nikes at like 60 to 70 bucks. I figure if they're investing in me, they've paid for their challenge pack, which is probably 160. One of them I can invest back in. If they're showing up, I'll show up for them financially or giving them a new pair of shoes. That's just what I do personally. You could do like a personal development book. You could build yourself up to a new pair of shoes. Like you don't have to start out with like that big of an investment, especially if you're at the beginning of your business and like every challenge pack sale is really making a difference for your family. Like you don't have to do this. You could do a headband. You could do something smaller until you're at a place in your business where you can make that kind of financial investment. But that keeps girls motivated when they know that there's a chance they're going to get a pair of Nikes at the end of this. They're working out. And then because my big thing is really, I'll send all this to you too. I obviously with Katie Ursa, Every Sweat Matters is very important to us. So if at any time there's a girl in our groups that can't work out or like maybe something's going on in her life and she's fallen off, we will work out extra. So like I might work out 5 or 6 days and like everyone in the group will work out extra and we'll donate those extra workouts to girls who like fall off or like get sick. Like I had a girl get bronchitis and she was like, no, I can't win the Nikes. And so we started donating workouts to her, working out extra. And it just, the first time we did that, it was just like a spur of the moment decision I made. And I went live and I was like, hey guys, like some of you like didn't get off to a good start. I tallied up how many extra workouts we had. We had like 18 extra workouts. And there were like 4 girls that couldn't get their workouts in. So we have enough to cover those 4 girls. And my husband was in the kitchen and he was like, I love this. I'm going to cry. Like he was getting emotional. He just was like, this is like, we help each other. We get each other through this. And those 4 girls that, people worked out for them, they were working out extra in the following weeks. Like it really just made this community environment where we just have each other's backs no matter what. It's just really like women empowering women, and it doesn't matter, who you are, where you're from, whose coach you are, whose customer you are. We really just are in there together, doing it together. And that's basically how I run it. So those go for 4 weeks, and then I flip my prep week. So whenever a group is in prep week, I used to always line up my group. So if one group was in prep week, my group before it was in their last week so that they could just roll in week 1. But what I have found with a group like this, because BOD has every nutritional tool that these people need, and I've created YouTube videos with my way of doing it, I don't need to be like spending a whole prep week teaching them how to do 2B mindset, because they have like 60 videos that shows them how to do 2B mindset. They don't need me. They need whatever's different about me or you in that prep week to really bond with you so that they're going to show up in the next 4 weeks. You're not going to lose them, or you're not going to feel like if they're not engaging with you in prep week and doing those prep week assignments, which are more personal, then you can reach out to them and be like, hey, what's going on? Like, stay transparent with me. Make sure you let me know if something's come up in your life. You just have to open up and tell me about it, and I can help you. So that's really what my prep week is. So what I have been doing is just, I never have 2 groups at the same time. My previous group flips right into the prep week of the Project Me group again. And they do prep week again because it's so different, and they need to hear that, like, I've done harder things than this before, and it just keeps them re-engaged and helps them like re-motivate themselves. And then they're like so on fire that my new people that are in there are like, whoa, this is what we do. This is how we engage in these groups. Okay, question. I love the weekly check-in. If you have a specific time-bound challenge groups, how do you invite new people to join in the middle of one? Okay. I don't. So if my challenge group, I just have my calendar created. So if my challenge group is starting the second week of the month or whatever, I'm only inviting to challenge groups for those 2 weeks, like crazy. Like I'm blowing up those challenge groups. Once that challenge group starts, I'm posting about it like, oh my gosh, this girl, like I'm posting testimonials. I'm posting what's going on in that group instead of invites to the group. And then I'm inviting to coaching. So those girls that were in Project Me before, I'm starting to run my sneak peeks. Like in the second week of a group, I start to just flip to coaching. So I know what my Success Club goals are. I know what my financial goals are. Those are all hit by the second week of the month so that I can just mentally flip. And that can kind of be on autopilot. And I'm still pouring into those people, whether it's live videos and their daily posts and their check-ins, but then my mind has flipped to inviting to coaching and recruiting because it's easy to invite to challenge groups all day, every day. It's hard to invite to coaching. So you have to get the easy step, get it done, hit those goals, and then flip to your recruiting invites. Any other questions?
I have questions.
Okay.
Guys, keep typing them in the chat bar if you have them, or unmute yourself. So you said you were going to share like a prep week document, right? So you have So is that something you mail? Is that something you email to them, or like how does that work? Because you said you don't spend a lot of time on prep week.
Yeah, I don't spend a lot of time on it. It's still in the group, so it's right in there. I'm doing the daily post in there, but then for every daily post, there will be like maybe some little like nutrition tip, like show me what what one day of eating might look like for you, and then that night is like a live video with their like big assignment, which is more like let me just pull it up so it's off the top of my head, it's hard to like
and so like for your drawing at the end of the 4 weeks, do you like just everybody, no matter how long they've been with you, like everybody that worked out at least 4 times in that month each week, they get entered into that drawing?
That's how I keep retention.
Yeah.
They have to be on Shakeology unless some health reason, like I have girls that are allergic to like mushrooms and there's mushrooms in it, like stuff like that, but most of them will at least use Energize. Right. That's another thing I should mention is we have so much to offer now. So you bet your butt that in those challenge groups, like when I'm going live, I have like a beach bar in my hand, or like I'll go live before I'm working out and I'm like, I have my pre-workout, and you know, they're like, what is that? Or like yesterday I made them post a GIF about how they felt at 6 a.m, and they were all posting like tired GIFs, and I was like, Energize. I was just typing Energize, and then girls were like, okay, I'll order it. You know, it just helps build volume. And then you have other people in there who are loving it and they're talking about it, and you just kind of create that like other product knowledge that you can, especially beach bars, like those are super popular. Energize, you can sell to like any mom.
Yeah.
Every mom needs Energize. Yeah.
That's good. And so like for your weekly assessment, like do you read that? I mean, obviously you read them, but like do you reach out to people based on what they say each week, or do they like communicate with you, or how does that work? Because I feel like I have so many people, and even with the assessments, like it's really hard. Some people expect me to have a one-on-one conversation with them every day, and I just can't do that. You know, like I can't do that. That's what the group is for. Like, how do you respond to what they share with you in the assessment?
So everyone that's bought a challenge pack, I'm a paper and pen kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone that is with me goes on this like master sheet. I create that sheet for every single group I'm starting, and it's a lot of repeat people with maybe like 5 or 10 new people, however many new people I brought in. When they do their initial assessment, I highlight them on that paper. So I'm like, I got hers, I got hers, I got hers, I got hers. If they haven't done it before we're about to start week 1, I'm messaging them like, hey, where's your initial assessment? Here's the link. Like just copy pasting it to like be up their butt a little bit about, you have to give me something. I can't have these conversations with you if you can't even fill out this form. Like we have to have, there is like a give and take here, or give basically. And then week 1, I have that master list. If they didn't complete their initial assessment and they don't respond to me when I send that message, I'm kind of like, I can't really invest too much time in this person because they're not even willing to fill out this form. Obviously, I'll swing back around to them after week 1 and be like, hey, are you out? Like, do you not want to be in this group? But just keeping track of those people, when they complete their week 1, I put like a little tally. I make sure that I see that everyone, okay, week 1 assessment. And then they're going on a spreadsheet if they've completed their 4 workouts. And then week 2, tallying them 3 and 4. And that's kind of how I keep track for the drawing. If I see in that assessment that they, like, one of the questions is like, was this a weight loss week for you? And if they click yes, I'm messaging them like, how much weight did you lose? Tell me about it. Like, I'm having those one-on-one conversations with them on those kinds of topics. And then I'll ask them to share that with the group. Like, hey, this is a weight loss week for me. This is what my week looks like. And kind of empowering them to be a coach without knowing they're being a coach. If they say no, I'll reach out to them. But then another option is like, I'm not in weight loss mode. So some of those people aren't trying to lose weight. So that's not necessarily, it's like, how did you feel during your workouts? If they say they were like tired and sluggish, I'm going to reach out to them and be like, what's going on? What's your sleep look like? That form's giving me stuff to talk to them about. But if they're engaged in the group and they're really checking in every day with their nightly check-in posts, if they're really engaged, like, there's really not much need for one-on-one conversation.
Oops, I just accidentally sent a message to Sarah. Sorry, Sarah. Ignore. So do you post that every Sunday? Like, it's just automatically goes up every Sunday and you're like, hey, fill this out?
Yeah, and it's the same exact form, but it's week 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's different forms, but it's the same, just for my brain. So I keep track of what week they're on. Every Sunday, they know it's coming. They know I give them a window to like Tuesday morning to get it in, just in case, like, because I encourage them to unplug on Saturday and Sunday. So on Saturday morning, I put a post up that's like, show me what you're doing today to make your cup overflow. So this week you can overflow into others. You don't have to pour out into others. Mm-hmm. And like, it's pictures of their kids. It's date night with their spouse. Like, they're not checking in anything health or fitness related Saturday and Sunday. It's all like just unplug. And then, so sometimes if they're not, I've told them to unplug on Sunday. So if they don't fill out their form on Sunday, I give them to I run the report on Tuesday morning.
Would you mind to share, and like nothing, like, I mean, just like type up a list of like example engagement posts, because I'm the type A girl. I'm like, here's my workout. I logged my here's my meal plan. I logged my workout. I drank my shake. Like, I checked in. I got all my containers, checked the boxes. And like, that's what fuels my fire. But like on that more you have that like more personal, like, let's get engaged. Like, let's cheer each other on. Like, you have that, what I don't have. And I don't know if that's the case for other people on this call, but like, it would help me just to like, what do you do to engage them? Like, how do you pull out the personal part of it? Just seriously, like, just type on a sheet, like, what questions do you ask to engage?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. The other thing I will say is, I was really struggling this summer just because I just was really committed to my church and my youth group. And so I was really struggling with my challenge groups. And when my sister came in the mix, she like relit my own fire. And she's 23. She's a personal trainer. She's like, we're so opposite. And she just makes me be like, what? Like, she really shook stuff up for me. So maybe, like, I will say maybe finding someone that's the complete opposite of you to like kind of team up and run a challenge group with. I used to run challenge groups with all of my coaches, and that really like drained me. It ran me dry because I was doing everything for everyone's challengers, and I would get stressed if I'd be like, why aren't they checking on their people? Like, it just turned into this thing. So I don't let them in anymore. I let them participate as a challenger, but they can't put their people in. They can be in my group and copy everything I'm doing in their own group, but they cannot be in my group with their people, because then I'm giving their people free Nikes. Like, what's going on here?
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
So it's just my people and my sister. I let her people in there too.
And I'm guessing, like, you don't use the My Challenge Tracker app.
I did until this group.
Yeah.
So I was all about the My Challenge Tracker for 2 years. I never ran a group on Facebook. Mm-hmm. When I was going to do this Girl Wash Your Face group, I was like, they need more me. Like, I can't give them this relationship on a challenge tracker.
Right.
So I tell them that it's there, and I have a group open through the end of the year. I created like a year-long group. And I'm like, if you want to see like that if you want to check the boxes on an app,
yeah,
you can go in there, but like, I'm not going to engage with you in there.
right.
But if you need it for your own personal tracking. So I do have people that will like track just to track in there.
Yeah.
I have a question about that. Can I pipe in for a second?
Yeah.
Do you find that it's hard to get people, like, I feel like most of my people come from Instagram and so they don't want to be on Facebook. But I agree, I'm more of a personal, I like to run my groups that way too. And I do find it's tricky to do it on the challenge tracker app to get that, because people are so used to just checking out the boxes and that's all they do. But it's hard to get people to get on Facebook and actually log into groups now that they don't have the groups app that you can easily just hit the button and go in. They have to log into Facebook and they're like, I don't want to be in Facebook. So how do you work with that?
So I'm just make them make a Facebook. I'll be honest. Like I have a few teachers that are like, I don't want to be on it. I have some people with like personal things and they have fake names. They create like fake names or like Brittany Smith in the group, but their name's actually like Heather. And I know who Brittany is. Like they just create fake Facebooks. There's no picture there and they use it like it's an app. And that's all they do is go in that group. They have no friends except for me to get them in that group. And I just say, like, we do have an app, but my customers weren't getting the best of me through the app. It's not working for me yet. If you don't have Facebook, would you mind getting it? I haven't had anyone tell me no yet. I've had one girl that took a little longer. Like, we were, like, halfway through prep week, and I was like, are you doing this or not? And she finally was like, okay. And a lot of times those girls only check in at night. They literally sit down on their computer and check in. They don't want the app on their phone. It's like a distraction thing for them, and they've made that choice to like not have social media. So I just have them check in on their computer every night. They don't post pictures usually, but they'll do their nightly check-in. They'll do their evaluations. And then the girl actually that just texted me is an Instagram girl, and I'll text with them, like have more one-on-one conversations with them, but they're still in.
I wonder how we could create that environment in the app, because I love the versatility of the app, but I'm wondering what we could do differently to create that same Facebook environment, but in the app.
I know. So we brought it up to like a corporate guy, and he was like, just go live on YouTube and put the link in there. And I was like, that's like so much work for the coach. Like it's hard to just pop in there. So I do think they're working on it. I just think that it's like going to take time. But especially with Instagram. But then I'm like, Instagram's owned by Facebook. So how long is it going to be before Instagram has groups? You know?
Oh gosh.
I know. I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
So.
So like, I want to say something about, you had said that you don't let your coaches in there and, like, but maybe find somebody to team up with. Like, I know we have a lot of coaches on here or on our teams in general who are so afraid to, run that first challenge group. And I think that you can totally do everything that you're saying to do and team up with somebody else, because it sounds like a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. Like all the forms and the reading them and, downloading them and drawing a winner and seeing who logged their 4 workouts. Like to me and my personality, that sounds like a lot of work, because that's just not, but we have to be doing these things. Like we have to be providing, that support, that check-in. But I think you could totally do this, like tag team for your first few challenge groups with somebody else. And I love that you said find somebody that's different than you, and like just alternate your posts, alternate your live videos, alternate who checks the weekly forms that week or something like that. Like I just want to encourage whoever, all you guys on here, like you can do this, and it's a learning curve, and you have to figure out a system that works for you. And maybe you don't do like a weekly form, maybe you do a monthly form or a midway form. I like the weekly form because I feel like that helps us stay connected to our people more so, especially if they're filling it out, because I have people in the groups that don't post, they don't participate in the group, but they fill stuff out like that, and they'll message me from time to time. So I like having that way to just know where they're at mentally and physically. So I love it. I think it's awesome. Like I needed this call.
Yeah, my sister has been super helpful. She's a personal trainer, and she does like outdoor boot camps is like what her thing is. So a lot of her customers are on Shakeology or their performance line. So she's we have this like whole other like group of people in there, and she does a lot of the like drawing winners. She'll go live to like draw the winner, and we just use if you just type in Google random name picker, so everyone that's done like the thing that week, we just type their name in, and then we just click, like we'll go live and like click it, and like it pops up who won. It's really fun. It's like really engaging. And then the other thing we do, I forgot to mention this, which is super engaging. On Wednesdays, we do a fit challenge, and I create an event in the group that says like we're going live at noon on Wednesday. My sister and I will go live together if we're together in person, or I'll like pull her in on the live video, and we'll do a stupid fit challenge. Like we did like the Cupid shuffle, like plank thing. That was 1 week. We did like a squatty potty challenge. So one day, like every time you drank your water and went to the bathroom, you had to do 10 squats, and like whoever had at least 100 squats. So that's a mini drawing we do. And we let that run, like everyone's participating in that, posting their picture that they completed it on that live video. And then on like Friday morning, we pull like a random winner just from everyone that commented. It feels like it's going to be this big thing, but you just have it pulled up on your phone, type in everyone's names who commented on that, pick a winner, and we send them like an Energize packet or a beach bar, something Beachbody related to kind of like push product and introduce them to other things. But it's really fun, and it's a live video of like her personality or my personality, and she's wild, like she's crazy. So it's just fun, and people want to do it even just because she's funny. They're like laughing at her, and then they want to do the fit challenge with her.
That's fun. I like it. Awesome. All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody else have any questions? So you'll share your documents with me, right? And I'm happy to do anything you want me to do for you.
Let me think.
All right. Hey, I'm going to take a picture really fast, you guys. So everybody smile, and I'll share it with our teams so you guys can have it to post. All right. Lean in, getting some light so we can see your face. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Got it. All right. Thank you so much, Taylor. That was awesome.
For sure.
Appreciate it. All right.